Intimate conversations and green tea. Tell me your dreams, I'm trying to get to know you. Searching for sunset, sailing the seven seas. Would you come see the mountains with me in California? I'll give you everything you ask for. I'm trying to color in your passport. Don't have to worry anymore. The type of heart I won't explore. I don't need a map for love. I don't need a compass to get back to you. I'll ride 100 trains, I'll fly 100 planes. Cause when I'm with you, girl, I'm dreaming wide awake. I finally open my eyes. I wanna bring you to life. Cause when I'm with you, girl, I'm dreaming wide awake. Dreaming wide awake. I finally open my mind.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy Juneteenth. It is June the 19th. Welcome to the Betting News Network. This is your Betspresso. Excited to have you guys here. We got a full house today.
Full house.
We got Z's up. We got NZ in the house. We got Mr. Shaggy Betts, Kansas City's newest celebrity that you didn't know. We got Master Sauce Man, Mr. B Sauce. My name is Sweatband Jesus. Hey, if Shaggy's mom's laundromat or dry cleaning guy is watching right now, dude, you're a goat.
You're the goat.
That's him right
You're
there.
the man. Appreciate you.
We appreciate you tuning in, man. Drop us a dub in the chat if you're in the chat. But if you're watching, wherever you're watching, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for your best espresso right here on the Betting News Network. Brought to you by our sponsors at BetOnline. We got producer Sook in the shadows as well, who apparently is cold in the basement. Is it cold in the
You
basement?
can bring yourself up here, brother.
He said 5 faces was too
We'll
many,
keep
so
you
he
warm.
wanted to stay. Yeah, we'll keep you nice and toasty, as per usual. Big shout out to our dog Owen River, who is delivering the bangers, boys.
Mhm.
Owen, when do these songs drop? Because you told us that these haven't dropped yet, but it is now officially the summer. So have you dropped these songs?
It's time. I don't know though. I don't know.
Okay,
We'll
Let
see.
It Fly, maybe one of my favorite songs. Just saying.
it's balling, dude, and we
Let it go,
appreciate you
Rabbit.
sharing. Yeah, we
Mhm.
appreciate you sharing the tunes with us, man. Go follow him on Instagram, get involved with his tunes, his music. We got a cool community, man. It's been awesome interacting with you guys more and more, obviously on Talk Your Talk, but all of us talking to everybody on the timeline, getting involved with everything everybody's got going on. It's been sick. We got a fun show for you guys today. NBA Finals, Game 6. We're going to talk about what's going to go on in Cambridge Fieldhouse and jump into that.
We're going to talk about what's going to go on in Cambridge Field.
Sure. Yep.
Who is
I'll talk
that?
to myself.
Who is
Who
that?
was that?
All right, who wants to die? Who wants to die?
NZ, welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
We
We got
all have
NBA
the same
Finals.
reaction.
Yeah, we got NBA Finals Game 6. Echo?
Mhm.
No. Okay, cool. We got we got the Club World Cup. It's going to rock and roll in just a second. Shaggy's going to jump into that as that game kicks off here in the next 20 minutes or so.
Mhm.
We've got some baseball stuff on the diamond. We've got 2 WNBA games we're going to talk about with you guys, and we're going to get to all of it. We're going to cook a parlay for the vibes today, and then we'll send you off and let you enjoy the evening. But like I said, brought to you by our sponsors at BetOnline and chat. You guys know the deal. You guys can get involved with BetOnline. If you deposit for the next 9 days with that QR code in the top corner of the screen, you get entered to win one of these 2 bottles of Casa Dragones, which somebody told me earlier because they're smarty pants is, House of the Dragon, Casa Dragones, nice.
That's the way it goes.
Sipping tequila, get involved. All you got to do is deposit in the top corner of the screen. Like I said, and you get entered to win. We're giving $100 away in your BetOnline account, and we're giving away some swag. So then you'll go out and somebody will say to you, "Wow, is that a Vibes hat? Do you know Shaggy Betts?" Yeah, and then we'll say yes. It's gonna be done.
I shouldn't have told you. You're never gonna let it go.
Never, dude. I honestly, dude, it's because it's so fucking cool. To me,
It's very cool.
It's
No, I'm
so
not gonna
awesome.
lie.
It is so
Made
fucking
my
dope.
day for sure. Shout
It's
out
so
that guy.
cool. I mean, your mom also wearing the hat makes me happy too. But the
Oh,
fact that like
absolutely.
that guy recognized the hat and then recognized the show and then knew you in the show,
There we
it's
go.
just, we made
Connecting
it, man.
all the dots.
Yep. I'm waiting for V to go to
Mama
some.
made it.
We're waiting for V to go to some event and then be like, "Wow, is that guy? Can you mute yourself real quick?" No. Okay. Never mind.
Hey. St. March's show. St. Marsh.
Oh my God, that's my nightmare, Shaggy. That's either that or asking me where the Boston Red Sox play. Those two things. No, thanks. It's Fenway Park.
Oh,
It's Fenway Park.
oh yeah, it is absolutely. Gerald tried the Casa de Dragones, and it is delicious, and it is expensive, so it's better to win. So, and all you got to do is deposit, chat. Literally, just deposit. So get involved. Yeah, I mean, they don't really believe me because I'm up here talking to you guys, and I sometimes lie a little bit, but it's true. It's fucking delicious. So get involved.
Look at Sook.
Can't
His
handle it.
neck almost broke.
It's like, what? What? No, I ain't never told a lie in my life. Never in my life. All right, we're gonna have some fun. Like I said, Shags, I'll let you take it away first. Hey, guys, you got anything you want to jump us off with? Anybody got anything to report today? Anybody got any vibes they want to talk about real quick?
I got a report. Go ahead, Sook. Actually,
I was just
go
gonna
ahead.
say we
Up here.
need NZ and Shag's thoughts on Connor finding a new area code.
We can get that. Shaggy did give his thoughts for about 2 seconds before he left.
Yeah,
Says that.
McDavid, he ain't leaving. Plain and simple. You're not gonna trade that guy away, send him anywhere. You're not gonna let him go. You're gonna pay him whatever he wants. You're gonna sign whoever he wants. Do whatever it takes to keep him around. So he ain't leaving.
And Z?
Okay.
I thought his statement was interesting when he said the core we've built here has been together for a while and we've accomplished a lot, but I have to do what's best for my family and myself. And I was just like that I won't lie, that threw me a little because I was with Shags in the sense that he's been there long enough. He's accomplished what he's accomplished. He's gotten right there. Why leave? He can get them to spend the money on somebody else or a better goalie if he foregoes the money because he's already getting paid great. I would say it's like an 85-15 chance versus staying and leaving. I don't think we can count out the leaving just yet. But when you really think about it, I was talking to somebody I work with. Where does he go? Like, where could he land? And like who is a competitor or a contender rather, and has a lot to give up. I don't know.
Yeah. I listened to Sook pitch this about 4 times earlier today, and he also has his tinfoil hat on, and he kept finding new angles on making. Dude was doing fucking gymnastics out the ass to make this angle work. Like he was literally fucking.
Like Connor's gonna go to Saudi. Really?
It's a great take though. So I'll let him go ahead, bring it up, pitch. Go ahead, get out of the shadows, get in the warmth.
Okay. Started off with this. So with the Luka trade, there was rumblings about that guy getting like. He has a firm, and they got a $15 billion influx of cash. 10 billion of that was from Saudi money. Saudis can't actually buy teams because it's considered a crown corporation. It's all crown money. So they're actually not allowed to own more than 20% of a basketball team. So it actually blocked them from buying the Celtics. The workaround here was having the Walter guy actually buy the team on behalf of the fund. So now it's their 10 billion that they're using, but Walters, who's the CEO of that conglomerate, is now the owner of the Lakers. Now, to make things even more worse is how did this guy get into his ownership of the Lakers? He bought the minority stake off the guy who currently owns the LA Kings, who are having tumultuous times of their own and would love an influx of cash because this guy knows that they need more money because he's also the owner of crypto.com arena. So he's already been doing business with all of these dudes the entire time. And if you don't think these billionaires are petty, weird, and finding workarounds, when they needed to build the new Intuit Dome, they had to tear down the LA Coliseum. And Dolan didn't want that to be done. He's owned it since the 90s. They sold it for $400 million and now operate the venue at a loss because Ballmer needed to own it to allow the Intuit Dome to have all their zoning rights. So, boys, it sounds confusing, but history repeats itself. Connor McDavid is going to end up in California.
Before you click yourself down out of the second attention.
Like as a king or just in Cali?
I don't see it as a duck.
Quack?
I don't see it as a duck.
Or a shark?
A shark?
It could be a shark.
No way.
He's not a big animal guy. He's more of a crown guy.
Yeah, more of a crown guy. And also, boys, you have to understand too here that the Walt Disney Corporation, if you're part of the Ducks, they don't have the best relationship overseas. The movies are edited. We have to understand that these are all conglomerates. They don't just dabble in sports, they dabble in movies, TV, and everything. Once they get their foot in the door, they don't want just a piece, they want the whole fucking meal. There's definitely some billionaire looking around right now and saying, Connor, I can make you into a Ronaldo. I can make you into a Messi.
Last one on this, and then because this is the last cherry on top, the hat on the head, as it were. Why was one more angle for this too?
Yeah, so he's obviously probably a brand ambassador for Aloe, and I'm not going to take this one too much out of context, but once we brought the video up, it really did trigger me a little bit. Connor is sitting up there on the podium, his last time to talk to the Edmonton media, who we all know is very scrutinous, like all Canadian media, and he's wearing an Aloe hat, not an Edmonton Oilers hat, not any Connor McDavid branded hat. He's wearing a brand ambassador hat, boys. And do you know who the number one athleisure company in the world used to be? Lululemon, based in what? Vancouver, Canada. Guess what? Aloe is based where? Los Angeles.
I just love how his take started off talking about a hockey guy and he went right to basketball.
If he goes to LA, he'll be like the fourth biggest superstar in that city, behind guys like LeBron, Luka, and Shohei. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, he also
okay. Wait. I could one more thing. I need everybody to understand too that like how SPJ was talking about TV ratings. TV ratings don't mean anything. TV deals do though. The Los Angeles Lakers make more money in 1 week just off their TV market than the Memphis Grizzlies do their entire year. It's literally just a matter of fact of dinosaur stats saying, hey, we have how many million people here with TVs? They're all going to tune into the LA Kings if Connor shows up.
The other thing too is that what did Wayne Gretzky do?
He won a cup in Edmonton. He won a cup in Edmonton. That's what he did.
He won 4 cups in Edmonton, just to be exact. But
to be fair, but then he went to LA though.
Yeah,
Fuck Los Angeles.
I could see him going to Colorado. That was the one team I was able to get.
Wow.
Him and McKinnon together. Ew.
They part ways with Natchez. If they part ways with Brock Nelson, who even though they just re-signed and gave him some money, throw in a bunch of draft picks. Got to be a lot of first rounders in there. Maybe another piece of the puzzle, somebody else. I don't know. They were the only people I could think of, their team rather, not people, that maybe they could swing it. I don't know.
But
dude,
if
that
Connor
top line
McDavid goes that kind of way to a team like Colorado or the Leafs or a team that's already loaded, is this not just like a KD type of situation?
I was just gonna.
Are we meeting with the same energy?
KD to the 73 Warriors.
Right.
I mean, at least though, if he goes to Colorado, he's going to a winning environment. If he goes to Toronto, he might as well just piss his career away.
I saw it on Spit and Picklets on their Spit and Chicklets, not Spit and Picklets, Spit and Chicklets on their podcast. They were talking about this, and they said that they've heard rumblings, which rumblings, whatever the fuck that means, that he might go to Tampa. In Tampa, obviously, no state income tax or no state income tax there. So you got to think about it from the business perspective too of these superstar players with the billionaire money. They got to think about that as well. I mean, he'd look great in Nashville in the Predators gold. I'm just saying, but he ain't coming to Nashville. But I don't know. I don't think he leaves at the end of the day. We talked about it earlier, but Sauce, what do you think?
It's going to be interesting to see because hockey's culture is very different than anything we've seen what the NBA's become. You know what I mean? In hockey, there's still a culture of staying with that same team and staying there. Like, look at Sid. He still signs for the exact same amount of fucking money every single time. There's a culture here. And Ovi, he could have gone cup chasing. He eventually got his cup with the Washington Capitals, right? Yes. I don't know. The environment and I feel like the atmosphere and the ecosystem that is the NHL is a little bit different. So it kind of makes me lean with he's not going to go super team hunting. But again, the NHL is evolving in ways, like more ways than one. So we'll see.
This is a decent point from Gerald, which we actually discussed this about Giannis, why he may not move from the Bucks because of his the things that are happening around what his life is in Milwaukee. And a lot of these players, even the superstar ones, it's very rare that some of these superstar players at this point in their career either don't have a wife, kids, or both. And so it's not just you making the decision. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a multi-million-dollar transaction. So you're going to go if you have to. But with these really big superstars, they have to account their families. They have to account the other businesses they might have, their families' businesses. Like there's all these other factors at play. And Sook at this point is just trying to make this work because I don't think I've seen Sook hate something so much than the Edmonton Oilers.
No, he doesn't. Nothing. And this is how much he should hate the Lakers as a Celtics fan. That's how much he used to hate the Lakers, to be honest, till LeBron got there. He used to have this energy for LA, but he changed. LeBron changed him. It's okay.
You know what, Gerald? The money ain't the issue now. He wants to win. I could see him taking the same amount or less money because he wants that cup. I think he wants to lead a team, so that's why going to Colorado would kind of push that whole thing aside.
Yeah, him and McKinnon would definitely not. I mean, that'd be incredible to watch, but who would run that locker room would be an interesting dynamic.
If you go to a super team, you'll be the best player, but you won't be the top guy. You know what I mean? In that kind of sense. That's the big thing here, too. And I think it's interesting. You have to put pressure on the team. And I think that's what he did with his comments, like Gerald said. You got to make them feel like you're not just going to sit around and wait.
Imagine he goes to the Panthers. Yeah, I like what you guys are doing over there. Let's go get involved with that.
That'd be wild.
Watched it twice in a row. Well,
one other hockey thing.
What role players would you go if McDavid stays, or who would you want there in Z?
Where, in Colorado or in Edmonton?
I think in Edmonton. Who would they bring in to kind of help him?
I mean, they were missing Zach Hyman that entire series, who was a big piece of the team. I'll be honest, I don't know who's available this offseason, but I mean, they really need a goaltender. I mean, when it really comes down to it,
what they need.
Goalie. They have a good core, like
2 years now.
and they've made it to the finals. So it really comes down to, I think, goaltending. They need to get a real goaltender.
I think they need a goaltender, and they need like a bona fide, like not superstar, but really, really top defenseman. Like Bouchard's obviously really good, but Ekholm looked really slow in that series and got kind of caught out with that injury issues that he was having. They need somebody else in the back that's younger and a little more solid defensively to help, because that's where they got.
Yeah, absolutely.
Word. All right, well,
but I really want Shaggy's bets before this game kicks off in 15 minutes. 13 minutes?
13 minutes, yes.
13 minutes.
Yeah. All right, let's get to Shaggy's plays on the pitch in the Club World Cup. So take it away, Mr. Betts.
Yes, sir. Club World Cup getting started here in 12 minutes actually now in Los Angeles. This game taking place there. Group B of the Club World Cup, their second matches. Two teams that lost their opening match desperately need to win. The Seattle Sounders and Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid got skunked by PSG 4-0 in their opener. The Sounders, they netted a late one against Botafogo, but they ended up losing 2-1. So both these teams need a win desperately. We are getting in and we're getting out. 45-minute sweat. First half draw between these two teams. I think Atletico Madrid is going to come out very, very aggressive because they need to win. If they want to advance, they need to win these next two more than likely. That starts with putting some balls in the back of the net against an MLS squad. However, they will be without center back Clement Lenglet. He picked up his second yellow card against PSG in the 78th minute, so he will be sitting out this game. Atletico has defenders to step up in his place. However, that's one more reason they might be a little more cautious earlier in this match. As for the Sounders, they know they're outmanned facing this team from La Liga, so they're just going to hold on as long as they can. I think they're going to be successful for 45 minutes. So if plus 155 not appealing to you, go ahead and go correct score at halftime 0-0 for plus 205 if you want a little extra bang for your buck. And then if you want to sweat out the whole game, 45 minutes doesn't do it to you. Look at the halftime, full-time market. Go ahead and bet draw and Atletico Madrid at plus 340. That's a halftime draw with Madrid winning eventually in the second half. I think Madrid is going to find a late winner in this game and earn themselves 3 points. But the Sounders hold on for 45 minutes for a little plus 155 first half draw. Getting started in 10 minutes. We'll get to sweat this one out live, gentlemen.
Nice.
There you go. Well, V already has it locked in. When did you fall in love with the first half sweats? Did honestly? Because I'll never forget.
Hey, how about Miami, Grealish? How about Miami?
Dude, Messi. That was an electric recording, by the way.
So sick. Such a free kick.
I hate when I miss betting on him. I saw that they were playing. I was like, fuck, I missed that.
I should have sprinkled the money line when they were down 1-0, but I was already sweating out the double chance. So away it goes.
I will never forget one of the very first pitches I ever heard from you was talking about a first period under in hockey. Is that where you kind of fell in love with like that kind of concept? Because it's similar to first half unders in soccer.
Yeah, similar. I think when you have two teams in soccer that aren't really familiar with each other, they are, and especially in a tournament like this where, it draws 1 point, you can still advance with a win elsewhere. They're going to spin that first 30, 35, maybe even the full first half, just kind of feeling each other out, seeing what the other is capable of, what they're trying to do that game, and then really go for the win in the second half after those adjustments are made. We obviously saw that with Miami this afternoon, falling down 1-0 very early on a penalty kick, made the adjustments, came out screaming in the second half. But teams just sometimes tend to be a little bit more conservative. So if I see that's the way one of the teams going to play out, I really like to attack the first half.
Nice. Yeah, it makes sense, especially in these competitions too, because you got a lot of teams that, like you said, have never seen each other before, or maybe it's been a long time. So,
right. Exactly.
In one of those situations.
Rusty, I got nothing. Papa Shags was asking about that game too. I don't really like touching the Gold Cup until the bracket, just because you don't have very good matchups to begin with. Let me look at this line. I would probably sweat out the USA -1.5 if you really wanted some bang for your buck. Probably like plus 150-ish. If there's a boost out there, probably get it 2-1. But I don't know. That's me being hopeful.
Shaq's just a big foreplay guy.
Huge, massive.
Loves fellatio.
Hey man, no complaints. Colby Marcia, what a guy.
Oh
What a
my
guy.
God.
He sees him on like all the other shows, and we get one show away from him, and now he has to look at his face again.
And yes, B-Dot, we all did, and he went twice. In case you didn't know, the beast has been unleashed. Watch out, rest of the league.
I think we were a day early. Hey, Shags, we're a day early, right?
Day early. We were actually. We were.
Quite a few days early, to be fair. Do they play again tomorrow? Is it Friday night at the K tomorrow?
They're on the road somewhere.
Oh, damn. Well, maybe we can bet us home run tomorrow. Hopefully smack it. All right, dude. Good stuff on the pitch.
Yes, sir.
Have you been enjoying watching these games? We talked about it a little bit earlier, but
yeah, they've been all right. I haven't tuned into too many of them. Just kind of the bigger matchups so far. But again, once the bracket gets set and we get out of group stage, it'll be much more exciting, in my opinion. So
nice.
There's a game tomorrow. Benfica is favored by 6.5. They're literally minus 6.5 against Auckland City, which Auckland City lost to Bayern Munich 10-0 in their first match. So, makes sense. There's some of these games are very lopsided, so it's been harder to get into. But it'll pick up here in a little bit.
I mean, you can bet a football spread of 6.5, and it's not even September. I'd love to see it.
Honestly, Auckland City plus 6.5 is probably the play. I mean,
probably.
Eventually, they're going to give up.
It's not even their main squad; it's their B squad. No wonder they're getting clapped. Hey, shout out Auckland City, beautiful part of the world.
U17 team.
Yeah, facts. All right, well, that's the pitch. That starts in like 5 minutes. So if you want to go lock it in and ride out that first half sweat with Shags, you'll have a good idea by the time of the end of the show whether or not it's cash in too, because it'll be about 30 minutes into the half.
I'm finding it, putting it on right now. We're just rooting for no goals. 0-0. That works out.
No bangs. Just no bangs. Good stuff. Well, it could be 1-1.
Yeah, I don't like my chances though of 1-1 unless the Sounders score first. If the Sounders score first, we might have a shot at 1-1, but if Atletico puts one in, it's over.
Curtains. Okay, fair enough. All right, we're gonna finish the show talking about the NBA Finals game. So we're gonna talk WNBA. We're gonna talk some baseball. V, you got some baseball today?
No baseball, but I've got a little bit of WNBA and NBA.
WNBA from Sauce Man. Okay, so none of us have baseball then for this evening, Shags. I know you had baseball earlier.
Nope, I had baseball earlier. The Diamondbacks got it done. Woo! 2 winners already today. Yeah, fun stuff. No baseball tonight though. Took the diamond off.
I might have something on the timeline later, but nothing right now.
Hey,
let's go. Let's go. Sheets have been cooking. No chat's probably somebody in the chat's going to be sad that there's no sheets today, but you got to leave the people wanting more,
Right? A little bit. I got time to get to it today. Had to get in the WNBA lab a little bit with the 2 games and the Fever playing once again. And then big game 6. That's all I can today.
Hell yeah. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. Let's talk the dub first, though, before we jump into Cambridge Fieldhouse tonight. And I'll let you lead us off talking about the game that you wrote about between the Valkyries and Madam Caitlin Clark and her bodyguards. What do you like in this game?
Sure. My pick for the game was the plus 11.5 for the Valkyries. It's another road game for the Fever. I think that they win this game, but the 11.5 points is just a lot of points. We've seen this this year against teams. We're going to see it in the other game that we're going to talk about. Valkyries have a decent defense. If you go peep the scribbles, I gave you all the details and all the statistics there for you, so gotta make you go there. But if you're going to talk about some plays, let's see. Kayla Thornton, 15-plus points for minus 124. She's been an absolute beast on her past 4 games. She's hit her line without a problem. And same with her 8-plus rebounds, which is plus 108. So you can't beat that as well. I know SPJ has also been riding her. That sounded wrong. Has been has been betting on her as well. And
she's a lovely lady. So
hey, when you catch yourself there all of a sudden. But yeah, I have more to talk about in the other game, but I'll let you guys go peep the scribbles from me on that game.
Nice. I like that we talked about this game a little bit earlier today. I like the Valkyries. I didn't even see you were on their spread. I like the 11.5. I feel like that this, even though with the pieces they're missing in the Euro Cup or Euro Basket or whatever it is, whatever. I think that's too many points. The Fever are obviously scary, especially if Clark gets cooking. But like you said, the lady that I've been riding appropriately, riding her again tonight, Kayla Thornton, over 22.5 PR. She burned me last game, but I took her rebounds. She ended up hitting her PR because she's been scoring. So I'm going straight back to it again. Like you said, good matchup. The Fever also do struggle rebounding the basketball. That's one thing that they struggle. Boston can get kind of caught up. What is the other forward's name on the Fever? I just blanked on her name, but the other forwards, both of them can kind of get caught out rebounding the basketball. So I really like Thornton's chances to score and rebound. Maybe the double sprinkle is a good spot too for the Valkyries.
Oh, Natasha Howard.
Thank you. Yeah, Natasha Howard. V, do you have any thoughts on this game, or do you have thoughts on the other one?
This was my play. Valkyrie plus
nice.
11.
Let's go.
Boom.
I don't have the kind of analysis for you that NZ does. All I have is betting splits, and there's about 70% of the handle on the Valkyrie plus 11.5 today, despite betting tickets being about 50-50 on both sides. There's significant money on the Valkyrie plus 11.5. The Indiana Fever have been looked fantastic since Caitlin's come back. They had that emotional 17-point win over the Connecticut Sun. It just feels like a little bit of a spot where you come back down to earth. Now, do I think that they have a chance to win this game? Not really. But do I think that maybe we get a late backdoor for the 11.5? Absolutely. So I like the 11.5 quite a lot. And I tapped into Clark's over 3.5. I love me a 3 spot, but I said it against the Sun that I was going to take it, and then I fucking forgot. She only had 4 because she only had to play 28 minutes and what turned out to be a blowout win. But this is a spot like me and NZ happily to see think is going to be a closer game. This is also a team that ranks 8th out of 12 teams in 3-point percentage in threes allowed and 10th in 3-point percentage allowed. This feels like a spot where Clark is just going to come in and launch, which is exactly what she's done in her first 2 games back. 4 for 6 in the last one, and I think she was like 8 for 14 in the one before that, or maybe it was 6 for 12. Maybe I'm hyperbolizing, but she's been fucking fantastic, and I don't expect her to stop shooting the ball.
Yeah, I mean, a little chalky, but it makes a lot of sense. Her PRA looks good too, just with if you think this game's going to stay close. But I know NZ, you're also on the threes, right? I'm pretty sure you like that play as well.
Oh yeah, for her definitely. I'm in the same spot as Vsauce, and we're getting plus money for it. So how can you not? How can you not at least take it straight?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well then let's swing and talk about the other game. Probably, to be fair, the better game of the two on paper. But both of these games have the potential to be good games. But you got 2 of the better teams in the dub going head-to-head in the first game at 6 o'clock. The Mercury traveling to New York. Mercury on a back-to-back. They played yesterday in Alyssa Thomas's return to Connecticut. She almost got that triple-double, but she played really well. But it is a back-to-back for this team. The Liberty looking to come back after a really close win against the Dream and obviously that loss against the Fever. 11.5 point spread. Big spread in this game. A little surprised by the number, but I think it has to do with the back-to-back situation. So, Nz, I'll let you lead us off. I know B's probably got some thoughts on this game too. What are you guys seeing in this one?
Yeah, no, you started it off just right. I think it's the Liberty, though, the minus 11.5. You know, Phoenix should be a little tired off that back-to-back game. Liberty are coming off rest. They're also coming off that not terrible, but that loss against the Fever. I think they lost by 12 or 14 points. But they just outmatched this team altogether. They had, they ranked first in points per game, first in pace, first in three-point shooting, which the Mercury are well, and they are the second in the West. But I think just coming off rest against a team that's the best in the league, 10-1, 6-0 at home, it's going to be a tough matchup for them to get the win. I know the 11.5 seems like a lot, but I think we see a blowout tonight. Mercury have played well. I don't know the last time they were even blown out, but I think they're going to be outmatched tonight on top of tired. I really like Sabrina's threes in this game. Not really sure with the way she's been shooting why 3 is only minus 120, so you get some value there. The 4+ is plus 220. She's had 4 in her last 2 games each, and in the last 5 out of 7 games. So I lean that way, definitely. They've been shooting. I don't know. It seems like a lot of points, just like on the other side of things with the other game we just talked about. But I think that the Liberty take this game by quite a bit.
Just because you passed it off to me, I'm sure V has some thoughts on this one too. But I really like Sabrina in this game over 23.5 PR. I like her points too, but like you were saying, it's kind of sussing me out a little bit that it's 18.5. It's actually 19.5 now, but 34 points back-to-back games, 23 in the game before that. She hasn't had great success against the Mercury, but as we've talked about with a lot of these WNBA teams, like the Mercury was a completely different team last year. They didn't have Alyssa Thomas. They didn't have Satu Sabali. They had Brittany Griner. These was a completely different roster. So you can't really add it in. I wanted to add in the rebounds, though, because she has been a menace on the board. She just had 7 rebounds. Oh, hello. She just had 7 rebounds in their last game. She's had good rebounding numbers with 4, 7, and 6 in her last 3 games against this Mercury team. And you're roping in the points, which can help. She can score 25 easily once again. So if she gets going, if this game does stay relatively close, she should. The WNBA they don't really bench a lot of players unless they're winning by like 30. And I don't think they're going to win this game by 30. So I think Sabrina's going to play full minutes. I really like the PR. Love the ladder on the points if you want to go that route, or you can just take the boards if you like that route too. So, yeah, that one too.
Didn't even think of that.
We talked about this earlier. She's just been so bad shooting the basketball the last 4 or 5 games. But former team,
such a good start too.
I like her PRA the most. It's 17.5. Because she's gonna have the ball in her hands a lot, assists, rebounds, all that jazz. So I like that if you want to go that angle. But yeah,
let me just make sure it's on the book. I was gonna say you want to ride something spicy. If I recall, it is on the book. So if I recall correctly, last year was her only year with Phoenix, and she had just come from Washington. Her first game against Washington, she hit the double-double. Might be something to think about. Plus 1,900. I mean, worth a quarter unit. Plus 1,900. Yeah, I don't know. She seems to have it. She seems to, she may hold a little revenge there. You never know.
Grudge. She's the type. She's got an edge to her. You know that she's going to come into this game with a little extra oomph. She's that type of player. So yeah, I like it. Sauceman, I think I see what you've got circled, which I really like this play too. So take it away. Why are we going to the lady?
We're going to Satu Sabali over 7.5 rebounds. This is a line she's absolutely crushed this season. She's hit this line in 9 of 13 games, averaging 8.5 rebounds per game. And she's just been a menace on the glass. Like you said, SPJ, she's playing for a new team, and her role has really kind of changed with this team. She's scoring more. She's really rebounding the ball well. 15 rebounds in that game last night. And this is a New York team that is ranked 12th in rebounds allowed. They may look like one of the best teams in basketball, but that is their one flaw from what I've seen. Sabali hasn't had the best time against this New York team, having played in Dallas last season. She's 0-4 the last time she's played them. Only played about 17 and 25 minutes in the last 2 games. And I really do think that new team, new swagger, this Mercury team is kind of rolling in their own way at times. I think this is a spot where we're going to see her very active on the glass against the forwards of New York. And I think that her over 1.5 threes, despite a little bit of juice at minus 140, is still a solid spot for you to take it to. This team.
I thought it was me who froze, who typically freezes.
I did
too.
Freeze? Yeah, just you're back.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. So I really like this spot for her. I think she's going to have another big game against this New York team.
Yeah, no, I love it. She's been really good on the glass, like you mentioned. And I mean, her PR looks nice too. She's a great scorer, 28.5. Hasn't had great games
No
against
Copper.
the
No Copper
Yes,
either.
no Copper in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
okay.
giving her load management because she played last night.
Back to back. Yeah, that
I
makes
saw
sense.
something like that.
Oh no, load management, NZ.
Let me get you the correct terminology. It was injury management. Sorry, injury management.
Injury management.
And your boy Skit Wickholm is probable, so I'm gonna lean towards she's gonna play.
Okay. All right. Well, there's some WNBA for you guys. Yeah. Every single time you freeze, there's somehow, some way your face has always in such a funky position. It's like it's a talent. But all right, there's some WNBA for you guys. 2 games tonight on lots of different plays. You guys can take whatever way you want to do it. I feel like we all kind of lean pretty heavily with the Valkyrie covering, and then I'll kind of agree with some of the props in the first game. Shags, any thoughts on the dub? Don't want to skip you over just in case you do have randomly something you like. In the
Zero.
WNBA.
None. Negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts.
You're probably doing better with us though.
Stop messing with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, that's a good one. Sophie Cunningham.
Sophie Cunningham. Bring it.
On this note, we talked about this earlier today, but Sophie Cunningham doubled her TikTok followers and tripled her Instagram followers in the past 48 hours because of all that. The Indiana Fever and the Pacers, which was kind of a softball to what we're going to talk about next. Both of these, the site that runs their merchandise, they had to stop the website because they were sold out of merch, and the site kept crashing because they were getting so much volume at once. So,
Basketball capital.
Caitlin Clark taking over, man. It's crazy. But all right. To the nitty-gritty, boys. It is game 6 of the NBA Finals. Tonight, we've got possibly the end of the 2024-2025 NBA season. We shall find out. Hopefully not for me and V, so we get at least one more game, and Sook down there. We get one more game of NBA action. Here are the lines that we're seeing right now for game 6 from our friends at BetOnline. 6 point spread as we sit right now. Over under set at 222.5. This was a 6.5 point spread, and then it got reported earlier by Shams that Tyrese Halliburton is looking like that he's going to give it a go tonight, and he's going to play. He was seen walking into the arena about 20 minutes before we started, looking fine, but I mean, homie was just walking, so let's not get too crazy. And the over under, like I said, 222.5, one of the lower totals we've seen in the entire NBA playoffs so far. Sook, you want to get up here and talk about this because you wrote about this game? V also wrote about some props that he likes in this one. I've got thoughts on this game. There's lots of different ways that we can dive into this, so let's all gab about this game. What are we kind of seeing here, boys? Sook, take it away from the shadows. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, I'll start off first, and I just don't think that the series is over. We saw it with 2 games ago that the Thunder were able to pull one out with only 3 threes, shooting 18% from distance. Then the next game they shot above 40%. So the Thunder have been pulling out ways how to find out how to win this series, and I think that it might just be the Pacers' chance to do it. I haven't pressed the button, but I do think that there's somebody that's going to rise to the occasion, and Andrew Nembhard over 18.5 PRA minus 120. We saw what he did in games 3 and 4 without Halliburton in the 2024 conference finals. This guy is an absolute hooper from Gonzaga and from Canada, and I just think that with or without Hallie, he's going to step up today because we talked about this a little bit on Talk Your Talk. He's the reason why the Pacers offense is so elite. He is not just a good off-ball player. He's more of a natural point guard. So he's going to be excited for all his shiny little touches he's going to get today. And we talked about this before on All Sauce that even with Halliburton being healthy, he was not visiting the left side of the floor at all. When you look at Kirk Goldsberry posting his shooting chart, that is really alarming. If you're either being controlled by the other team or you're so injured you have no push off to that direction, and even you know it. So that definitely worries me about Hallie either way. So that's my favorite prop in this one. And boys, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to give a little bit of a parlay that I'm going to play. And it's a parlay that I very much feel like no one is going to want to tail, but it's very much the kind of parlays I play in my corner.
Can I guess how many legs is it?
It's 5 legs plus 22.
All right, I'm going to say one leg is a turnover play.
Yep.
I'm going to say one leg is a stock play. One leg is an under. and one leg is a assist prop. I don't know about the fifth one. Am I right?
So close, but you know your boy, he doubled down. So we have iHeart for 1 turnover. He actually has turned over 1 turnover in 14 of his last 15 games on the road. Then we got Kenrich Williams for 1 turnover. He's hit a turnover in 7 of his last 8. Then we got Pascal with 2 stocks. He's been piling them up. He's been elite, especially the last 2 games. And Mr. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Austin also tapped in on this one earlier on Talk Your Talk, but just 3 stocks, boys. He's chasing Michael Jordan to have the most steals and blocks since a guard, since Michael Jordan. He definitely knows that in the back of his head as he piles up accolades, MVP, finals MVP, whatever have you, he's focused on. And then the last one there is Andrew Nembhard, just for 2 threes. That's the toughest leg of the whole thing, but that's a 5-leg parlay plus 2,200. I'll probably post it. I have confidence in this one. Last game of the season, I thought I'd do something different and pitch a whole parlay because the boys are always doing it, so I thought I'd join in.
Last game of the season, you sound confident there.
Yeah.
This guy has been talking basketball with us for a year, an entire full season, and this is the first time you get a parlay from Producer Sook. Hey, better late than never.
They're always so. I was going to ask when you said guess what they are. I was going to say 5 legs I can't play because they're all fucking weird shit. You got 4 out of 5 correct on that.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. V, are you okay? You look sad. Why?
I am a little bit sad. This could be the last game of the season, and there's sadness around that, especially when you're just like not watching as your team, right? Because then you want them to end the series, you want it to finish. But this is a situation where we've gotten so much good basketball in this series, right? The ascension of Jalen Williams, the way that Siakam played in the last game. I don't know. I want a game 7 so bad. So Sook's entire pitch right there is confidence in the fact that there won't be one. It definitely made me a little bit sad, but I hope your parlay hits.
Hey, this could definitely happen with Yeah,
I know. But speaking of this,
someone had to bring that up.
While I'm down, kick me while I'm down, B-Dot. All right, kick me while I'm down.
I know you have a prop in this game, and it is on the Pacers side, which makes a whole lot of sense, regardless of whether Halliburton ends up suiting up or not. But what do you like?
I like a lot of stuff in this game, to be honest. I had to kind of pull back a little bit, but I'm starting right here. Pascal Siakam, over 21.5 points, minus 105. I think you can get it even money now if you want to take that. I like this a lot. He's been one of the most consistent players for the postseason. His shooting splits are right around 50, 40, and 70. He's been fantastic. In the last game, he had 28 points, but what stands out to me is he got 8 free throws. That's something that the Pacers have struggled to do, is get to the line and match that same energy that Thunder have been playing with, right? You got to make the refs blow their whistle, and it's something that Siakam has done well in this series. Over 21.5 points feels good for a guy that's looking at elimination, looking at his season on the line. With Halliburton's injury, I understand that this is going to be a tough spot, but in the 2 games last season in the conference finals that Halliburton missed, Siakam played 38 and 39 minutes in those games. He took 18 shots in both games, and he was fantastic from the field. And that was against a defense much alike this Oklahoma City one. Not just that, but he's kind of had Oklahoma City's number in this one. He had one bad shooting night through this series, but he's been good depending on his usage. I think that this, once again, is a situation where he's going to have to put a lot more of the scoring burden on his shoulder, especially when you look at guys like J-Dub and Shea Gilgeous on the other side. In the last 3 games, Jalen Williams is averaging 31 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and 4 assists per game. He is shooting 50% from the field, 40% from 3, and almost 85% from the free throw line. He is doing everything for this Thunder team, including playing defense, and that's the kind of guy you need to keep up with. That's their second best player. Shea is matching that with 30 points per game over that same exact span. At some point, the Pacers' best players have to step up, and with Halliburton's injury, it has to be Spicy P tonight. It just has to be.
But with that pitch, it sounds like you think they're losing.
I mean, like you said, so if we get that Andrew Nembhard game, if we get that Ben Mathurin game, SPJ, please lead us into that. But a lot of shit can change, Crazy world, lots of smells.
We need an outlier performance from someone, right?
Well, and it's one of those situations too where this is going to, obviously the big talking point has been whether Halliburton's going to play or not over the last 24 to 48 hours. And it's seeming like that he's going to try. We're still going to get some reports in the next hour or so of whether or not he's going to officially suit up, and we'll see if that ends up playing a part. But regardless, he's going to be hampered in this game. I don't think we're going to see the typical Halliburton performances that we get. If we do, then good job, bro. But I don't think betting on him today is a smart decision, regardless of the
physically,
situation.
He's 60-70% at most. If he has one of those games, then you applaud your hands and shit is crazy. But like that's the max output you're gonna get from a guy, and the strain that he's got in that left leg.
Well, and again, this is one of those injuries too that can start to flare up the more you play, and it could be one of those situations where it's not it's something that's affecting him more, and then they end up not being able to play him as much, and he maybe gets tired, it starts cramping, or he gets injured further, and then he doesn't see the court the rest of the game. So, but as you mentioned, another role player that should see the benefit of some minutes, extra minutes in comparison. I kind of capped this yesterday with the thought that Halliburton was probably going to miss this game. Looking like that may not be necessarily true, but I got two bets here. The first one, nice and simple. Give me the Pacers in the points, 6.5, back against the wall. I want to ride this team one more time. I want to get a game 7. So I'm betting this a little bit with my heart here, but I think this team can cover the spread. They've been a lot better at home. I think they're going to ride their home crowd here and kind of jump into this, hopefully cover, and I'll definitely be sprinkling on the money line just for the vibes. But the favorite play that I have is Benedict Mathurin. First of all, boys, do you know what today is?
His birthday.
Birthday.
It's his birthday.
Even
it's
I knew
Benedict's. Yeah, it's Benedict Mathurin's birthday. So happy birthday, Benny. But this also has to do with the fact of how well he's done in this series, but also how well he's done without Tyrese Halliburton in the lineup. So in this series, he's hit this line in 3 out of the last 5 games. So he's hit it with either scoring, rebounding, or a little bit of both. He's obviously had that one game where he scored 28 points and went bananas and hit this with ease. Mm-hmm. But this is about how he does without Tyrese Halliburton. So let's say, for example, Halliburton does end up getting not medically cleared to play in this game, right? Do you guys know how many times that Benedict Mathurin has hit this line without Tyrese Halliburton in the lineup?
All of them.
10 of his last 11 games, so close. 10 of his last 11 games he played this season without Tyrese Halliburton in the lineup. You want to know the stat line of the last 4, which was 4 in a row? 22 points and 3 boards, 23 points and 7 boards, 28 points and 16 boards, and 20 points and 8 boards. That's pretty high over 14.5. So I think he can hit it with Halliburton playing. Hampered, not hampered, whatever. But if Halliburton sits, this line could be absolutely free because they're going to need his offense and they're going to need his rebounding ability. So I really like Benny. I'm also riding with Sook on the NIMBY play. I took his assists at over 4.5. He has similar success when Halliburton is out of the lineup assisting the basketball. It's pretty insane to look at his charts. But again, we don't know if Halliburton's going to play or not. So I don't want to totally sell that one too much. But I'm with you on NIMBY. I like Benny and give me the sirs, man. Yes, sir. Hopefully they can keep it rocking and rolling. Do you like the Pacers team total? I don't hate that, Nasty Masty. I kind of lean with the under in this game. The game went over in the last one, but that was just because we saw a really, really great shooting performance from the Thunder back at home. They struggle shooting on the road. We've talked about it a lot throughout this entire playoffs. I think the Pacers are going to want to try to contain this game a little bit more instead of trying to run the Thunder out of the gym, because I think that's how they're going to win this game. So that makes me lean a little bit more with the under. Necessarily I wouldn't bet an under in this spot because we could totally see 230 points for sure. But I lean under. What do you guys think?
I've taken actually the team total at like 109 a lot during the season and postseason. So at 108, that feels comfortable at home. And I know what you're saying, SPJ, and I agree. Like, you have to try to change up the game plan. And I know Prendy was saying the same thing, but I'm of the other mind. If the Pacers are going to win tonight, they need to go back to literally running the basketball at a point where even the broadcasters like Richard Jefferson are begging you to stop. You really need to go back to your original game plan, the one that got you here. And I do think that's putting up points as much as you can and really kind of letting the Thunder do what they're going to do, because your goal is to overwhelm, exhaust, and then win in the fourth. They need to return to that.
20 fast break points over the last 2 games. That's a huge fucking problem for the Pacers. That's a place where they have thrived through the regular season, thrived through the postseason, and it's a big reason why they've been able to run up the score on teams and close significant gaps in a very short span of time. They need to get back to that, and I do think that they do that tonight in front of their home crowd. The energy is going to be high. Indianapolis, Indiana, the capital of basketball, right, boys? That's what we said. They're not going
Absolutely.
home. Fucking fight. Give me the
Hoosier
over.
country. I think it's
not
one
New
of those
York, brother.
situations.
I can tell you that.
No, they only call New York the Mecca for fun.
The Mecca, it's the Mecca because everybody comes in there and puts up bigger numbers than the Knicks.
Oh, they make the pilgrimage to fuck you guys up.
There's a lot of other events in the Mecca besides basketball games. I'll
That's
just say
facts.
that. Not a lot going on
Not
in
a lot of Knicks
Indianapolis.
banners in that building.
This is like that conversation, Shags, we had about the Midwest.
I
You know,
just can't wait to
I
post this
will-
later
I
because it's
will
gonna
go
come back to
toe to
bite
toe.
that bitch straight in the fucking ass.
Oh, he already said Joe Hogan.
We already
dude.
won
It
that
doesn't
round.
matter. They can't
And
find
I
him
can't
enough
wait.
now.
I can't wait till when the Thunder win to listen to everybody cry that they only won because Halliburton got injured.
Oh no.
I mean, that coming
That's a
from a
bad
Knicks
take.
fan who cried, like not you, but like Knicks fan who cried about Jalen Brunson getting hurt last year. Come on, everybody's gonna cry about the
We're
star
I'll say
player.
officially
last
off
year I didn't have a
track.
dog in the fight. This year I got involved.
No,
but
not
last
you,
year I
Knicks fans. Knicks
No,
fans.
I feel you. This
Yeah.
year, no, but this year I gave you two a bunch of shit. So
You also beat us, so
I would love
Because
to
you were
get
injured.
at least, yeah, sure.
now
I'd
we
love
all
to
go
get
to
at
be
least-
nice. We just like switched up like 180 so fast, we're yelling at each other.
They're all yelling at each other. I just hope we get one of these.
And not a fucking pity bang like he gave us after that one. What was
I
that?
say,
Nah,
is he
I
been
wanna-
like holding back on those?
The whole coverage of the NBA Finals by ESPN has just been a big old thumbs down.
Yeah?
Unfortunately,
Oh, man.
no, it's been terrible, dude.
It took
Right.
until game 5 for them to show the entrances.
Because I saw like somewhere was like, "Where's Mike bringing to come out with the bangs?" And I was like, "Really?"
He hit a bang in Game 5 on a Lou Dort 3 when they were up by like 12 or something, and I was like, brother, I know it's like, it's got to be a 3. He had the perfect opportunity in Game 1 with that Halliburton pretty much game winner, but apparently he came out and said that he doesn't do it unless it's a 3-pointer, and I was like, come on, man.
People got in his head now. He's just giving out bangs for free, man. Like you can't complain. You gotta just let him do his job.
Gotta
let him
earn
do
the
his job.
bangs.
You gotta earn
Earn
them
the
bangs.
bang. Absolutely.
Hey, one of the best Mike Breen moments of all time. It's the anniversary of that in 2006 when, that was a good bang. But when, this is not a bang Mike Breen moment, but this is a LeBron, the block moment. Blocked by James. That one. That happened in this day today. I think it was 2006. Chat cross
2016.
2016.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
what?
it's
the-
like
I thought you were
2016.
gonna
My
reference
bad,
some
my
crazy
bad.
like Pistons team.
My bad. 2016. I jumped 10 years. The last time I did this, I jumped forward 10 years with the Appalachian State.
Yeah,
Now I've
that's
jumped
true.
back 10 years.
Now you're
Mike,
overcompensating.
I'm a tall guy, man. It happens sometimes. You guys will learn that I am terrible with time. Like my concept of time is just absolutely atrocious. Being on time is a good thing, but like conceptually when things have happened in life, like, fuck, I have no idea.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
kids.
I'm good, thanks. I'm good on that. You gents up top here, do you guys got any thoughts? We've all kind of gabbed about this game. Do you guys think you got any sides or any props or anything you're looking at in this one? Are you guys going to even tap into this game tonight?
I don't know which way it's happening, but I think the Thunder either cover the spread or Indiana wins outright. Not to shit on your Pacers plus 6.5 bet,
Thanks.
but I think if the Thunder get it done, they do so kind of, I don't want to say in dominant fashion, but I think they'll stretch it out towards the end. Whereas Indiana, I think if it's within grasping distance at the end, they'll be able to rally together with that home crowd behind them. So that's the way I see it. I think that's the best bang for your buck. But good luck to everybody. I got no beans on the game.
I
1
agree
and
with
8
you on the fact
against
that
the
if
spread
you
on their last 9 on the road, so they might buck the trend, right, SPJ?
well documented. You know what it's 1 and 8 though. You know what they were before last game? 0 and 8. So technically they're 1 and 0 in their last home game or last away game against the spread. If you want to go that direction, because I looked at that too and I was like, sometimes numbers can really fuck you up a little bit. I agree with you though, Shags. If you like the spread, if you lean with the Pacers, just take the money line.
Yeah,
because you might as well at this point. Might be the last game of the season. Don't cry, V. It's okay. We'll be all right. It's truly sad. The one thing I will say is that if Halliburton is hampered, because we saw TJ McConnell take over that third quarter in Game 5. if Halliburton's hobbled, you have to think that Carlisle has to then make a decision and just say that you are not benefiting our team being out there, even though you really want to. There's only so much try hard you can do with the type of offense they want to run. And if McConnell's cooking, if Nimhard's cooking, if Matherin's cooking, like, why not ride that? Like, I feel like he went away from that in game 5, trying to let Halliburton kind of gut it out. And I think that ended up being a detriment to them. Whereas in this game, back against the wall, it's like, yeah, brother, you're great. You're a superstar, but like, we need to win.
Yeah.
I think
they need Evan Turner. They need Evan Turner as well. Longest tenured pacer. Miles Turner. Sorry, my bad.
You always
like
mix Miles Turner and Evan Turner up every single time.
One of them was the Celtic SPJ. It happens.
Oh,
They're
it's
both
always the
Pacers, too.
Celtics.
They're both Pacers.
Yeah, Miles, longest tenured pacer. He's been struggling to hit that points line of 13.5, but hovering just under at 12.8 in his recent averages. And they really need his scoring. I know that I like to not to get into the complicated stupidity of their offense, but he's not even cutting hard. They have those second actions where he has to barrel down the center of the floor, and he's not cutting hard. He's uncomfortable in this series. I really feel like a guy like him, they could use him to have a 20-point game, hit 2 threes for V.
V has the 2 over 1.5 tapped for sure.
You guys know I've been betting every game, okay? But I've not been having a good time betting it. But I don't want to give it out again. But yes, I am tapped in, man. It's at home, backs against the fucking wall. Miles Turner! Miles Turner! Please!
I don't know what to do with Vsauce's pitches.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. All right, lads. Well, we've come to the end. Let's put together a parlay that we can ride out this evening and then go and enjoy these games tonight. I guess we're gonna avoid baseball. Oh darn.
Oh darn. It's gonna be all basketball.
Well, we got your. We can't do your pitch.
Nope,
well,
it's already looking like a loser. So
no.
Okay. Oh no!
Madrid scored in the 11th minute. So we need Seattle to tie it up. I hope I'm wrong.
A miracle, boys.
Come on, Sounders.
Hey, they got 4 tips.
Did Alvarez score?
No, it was Pablo Barrios.
All right. Well, let's start with the W, and then we'll wrap it up with the NBA Finals. Do we like the Valkyries plus 11.5? I feel like and we all kind of agree with that. So we're with the Valkyries.
Get down.
I really like that Satu play, the rebounds. We could also go with Sabrina something. Inzi likes her. I like her too.
I like both those plays. Jonquel Jones is back, but Sabli's been just eating. I mean, she's grubbing on the boards regardless of who they're playing.
Yeah. What Shags, as a non-biased pitcher of WNBA stuff and not knowing any of these players and listening to what we said, what do you think?
I like the Sabali look. I know you guys have been riding her a lot this season. So I think that could definitely be a good look.
All right, 7.5. As B. Dunn said in the chat, a lot of riding today. We're just
a lot of
giddy up,
Yep.
Giddy up.
Hey, it's almost time for Calgary Stampede. 2 weeks away.
All right, now it's just CMA Fest here in Nashville, brother. I saw lots of riding, if you know what I'm saying.
Whoa.
All right.
I have like tickets to like 5 raves in like 8 days. So good luck to me.
We'll see. Yeah. Sook just got married, and this is the life
just
that we
turned
get.
21. If you guys didn't know
That's what I was just gonna say. Looks like 21 all over again.
he was late to 21.
I'm jealous.
Kanika's into it too. Also found out today that apparently the stuff that we sent Sook for his wedding has been stopped in customs because they think that we're trying to send him illegal stuff. So
Nice. Awesome.
Gotta love it. All right. So we've got Sabali, 8 boards, the Valkyries plus 11.5. What do we want to do in the basketball game? And the NBA Finals basketball game.
We're doing 3 picks or 4 picks?
Let's do 4. There's 5 of us up here. I mean,
I like the Nimhard look for sure.
Say the same thing. Nemhard over 18.5.
PRA?
Yeah, probably PRA.
And I officially hate it.
You'll be all right. It's 19.5. You okay with it?
Well, listen, I'll say my reasoning is because I've seen Halliburton's news and I kind of saw how he was last game, and I don't think he's going to play well if he plays. So it's like you were saying, somebody's got to step up, and this kid can shoot. So it's like, why not ride the the left hand as opposed to the right hand, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right now.
And just to add narrative to it, V, this is a guy that had to go to 2 different high schools, had to enter the draft 3 different times, and take his name out because there was no interest in him. This is one of those dudes that has a massive, massive chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, his last contract almost like ran up with the Kings. He wasn't sure about where he was going to go, and then he kind of went on a insane run to close out that last year with the Kings. This is a guy who's always played with his back against the wall, and who knows what kind of designer drugs they have these NBA players on, right? So let's not forget about that. I'm being dead ass, like painkillers.
Let us know when he gets back.
Oh, for sure. Dr. V
These
in
guys-
the house.
Not illegal contraband. No, absolutely not.
The legal variety.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, just to say, if Halliburton sits, and Andrew Nembhard has had 8 assists in like 17 of his last 20 games as the starting point guard for this team. Just saying.
I do like the Halliburton unders look. He's got no rebound line, but he's got a point
Get out.
line.
What are we
Yeah,
doing? His points high under.
It's
They
only
don't
12
have
and a half.
points high unders, do they?
Let's do one of these 2 things. Let's do either V's spicy P play, or we can just take SGA for his points. I have
Run
no
Nimby? Why do we
Yeah, run
walk?
Nimby.
Why do we walk off Nimby?
because we need another play.
Oh, we need 4th leg. Okay.
There
Yes,
it is.
I'd go
There it
Siakam.
is. So we're
I mean, I
taking
know
2
SGA is
bases.
probably going to get 30, but like, again, goes back to no Halliburton.
And his line's not even 30. His line's 34.5, right?
Ooh.
33
really?
and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
don't want
30
to
would be
press
paying minus 400 juice.
I was
getting
saying
20.
let's take the 33 and a half.
Should we take J-Dub?
No.
No, yeah, I don't.
I want to take his under so bad, dude.
He's been
After what we saw
fantastic.
last
You guys
game.
are haters.
I know.
You guys are haters.
I know he has, dude.
You guys are
He
haters.
scored 40
When he
points
steals the
last
MVP,
game. You think he's
when he
going to go?
steals the MVP, I'm going to sit here on my throne of lies.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do, V? Just because you said this, I'm going to bet his under today.
Please,
I'm
bet
betting his
it.
under.
Bet is
Jason
under.
Tatum,
Yeah.
Jason Tatum and Jalen Williams have same odds at Finals MVP. V. So tap in if you like it.
I will
100%.
send you the
What?
slip. I am putting a half. You know what? No.
Put a full
set.
unit
No.
on.
Full
Do it.
unit.
Do it.
Full unit under Jalen Williams, 23 and a half points.
Do it.
Okay.
What?
Is this our first face-off of the season? Also on the last day of the season?
Wow.
30 piece.
Yeah.
Oh,
Padge called me out. I remember when my resolution was to have more unders in this year. Yep, this is my second one. This year.
It's out of spite.
Second one, and it was a spite bet.
Was that the Reese under?
Yeah, no. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't bet that straight. I just put that in
Uh,
parlay. And it was like the very beginning of January. I don't even remember what it was, and I hated it so much because it did not hit. So
it was like January
Um,
2nd. Then he gave up on his.
I
resolution.
literally was like, "This is stupid. This is why I hate this so much."
No more.
Yeah. All right. So we taking spicy P then? Is that which way we're going? Not taking SGA.
I like that.
Kind of like that.
All right.
I'll
I'm
get
seeing
mine spicy P.
Nembhard 20 plus PRA, Siakam over 20 and a half points, Valkyries plus 11 and a half, and Satu Sabali 8 boards. That is plus 941.
Woo!
Odds I'm getting.
I just
That'll
took.
work.
So wait, Nembhard, we're taking what? His line, or are we taking Sooks? I took Sooks was 18 and a half. No,
Yeah,
I'm seeing 19 and a half, so I just took it there.
took the one extra. Okay, I could do that too.
'Cause- yeah. I think it should be fine.
I think we'll be good.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Might throw some
All right.
threes in there for fun.
And if we're
So you
not,
guys
I've
are-
broken a lot of parlays, so I'm not worried.
Relax.
We
dude.
all
have.
Relax.
You know what I mean? That's like
No.
everybody
been
remembers the one under that lost, but the fucking thousands of overs you take that lose, nobody, we don't blink an eye. Me, especially, all the time.
Mhm. Yeah, it happens. It happens. All right, 941. That's the parlay of the day. We've gone a little over time, but vibes are high as per usual. SPJ, SJ over threes, nice. Hey, I can hit 2 threes too. Let's go. Actually, to be honest, right now this would be a good starting 5 for our basketball team. Betting news against the world. We would beat most other content creators on the timeline with our
You
basketball
got some
squad.
size, that's for sure.
Shaggy
Definitely
in
have
those
size.
shoulders setting a screen, man. My God.
Oh, bro, no, I'm playing the one with all of you guys, with all of you shooters, tall guys out there. I'll be
I want
vintage
don't
Steve Nash right here.
Throw me some oops, baby. Let's go. Valkyries plus 11.5. Satu Sabali over 7.5 boards. Nemhard over 19.5 PRA. Everybody can get. Everybody send a DM to producer Sook if Nemhard has a terrible game, and we won't see him.
I'm so scared.
Siakam over 20.5 points plus 941. Or if it smacks, you guys can send him dubs. That's all that happens.
Hey, there we go.
There you go. See. All right. Good show, guys. Great stuff, chat. Thanks for stopping by today for your afternoon bet espresso. Awesome stuff, man. What a way to send it off into the beautiful Thursday. Sorry about the pitch cake shacks, but
you know,
a few more,
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Come on, Sounders. Come on, Sounders.
We're all
Let's rally. It ain't happening.
Rally. The pitcher's name is not Sally. Yeah. Go follow Shags on the social media machine. Go follow Vsauce. Go follow producer Sook. Go follow NZ. Follow myself. Follow all of us at Your Betting News. You guys know the deal. Big shout out to our sponsors at BetOnline. And don't forget, chat, Casa Dragones, case House of the Dragon. Get involved. You got 9 more days to deposit into your BetOnline account. Literally just deposit. $5, $10, $1, $20, 25, however much would you want to do. Get involved, deposit, you get entered to win. And as Gerald said, and he's not a plant, no way. It's very good and very tasty. So go get involved.
Anyone's a plant. It's Gerald.
It's
I actually trust Gerald because he would usually troll in these situations, but the fact that he has legitimately tried it does make me feel some type of way. So it's good. Go follow all of us on the socials. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. We're really trying to get up into the ethers in there. So get involved with us on those platforms if you're watching us and if you enjoy our content. We really appreciate the follows and the subscribing and the support. Appreciate all you guys so much for tuning in. And as always, thanks for checking out all the scribbles and everything we have available for you guys at bettingnews.com for free. One more thing to mention. We have big stuff tomorrow for you guys. See that beautiful face over there? One of the most famous guys in Kansas City. Yeah, that guy. Mr. Shaggy Betts. We'll be live tomorrow. Yeah, you. There you go. With Mr. Colby Marcio for Up Your Units to start off your Friday. Kick off the weekend with these lads. Yep. And then we will have the All Sauce team with me, V, and Sook to end you into the weekend. We'll talk some WNBA tomorrow. We'll talk about whatever we saw tonight in the NBA Finals. Hopefully, maybe we'll be gabbing about a Game 7, and if not, we'll be recapping the season and kind of talking about what we saw. So, and boys, anything else before we hop up on out of here?
Dude, summer is here. It is so hot. So I am staring down 7 days and 90.
It's 105.
Me too. It's like 85 degrees out, and it's going to be 97 degrees on Tuesday.
You say I was outside. I was like, "Damn, it's hot out." It's like 88. It's the coldest day in the next 10 days, so that's super fun. Shaggy sweats.
Shaggy sweats.
Hey man, the boat's going to hit nicely though. Sort of the cold beverages. And chat, don't forget, if you guys want to get really frisky, we have Speedos available in our store with the big Power B right on the front.
This is true.
Right on the grundle.
Right on the grundle.
All right. We're gonna end the show on that note. You guys came for the winners and you stayed for the great vibes today. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic Thursday night. Take it easy. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about